I never thought I'd walk into my own bedroom and see the man I had trusted my wife to avoid in my bed. Yet, there he was, Jake, her affair partner, sitting casually under our sheets, as if he belonged there. My wife, Aisha, looked up at me, startled, but not terrified. More like annoyed that I had walked in on their little secret. It happened on a Thursday evening. I had stayed late at work, exhausted from a week of deadlines, thinking she was home watching our kids and preparing dinner. But when I got home, the silence in the house was odd. No laughter, no TV, just quiet. That should have tipped me off. As I walked into our bedroom, I noticed something strange. The window slightly open, the bed sheets tangled unnaturally. And then I saw him. "Adam," Aisha stammered, trying to cover him with a pillow. I felt a mix of rage, disbelief, and icy calm. Rage for the betrayal, disbelief at their audacity, and cold calm because I knew that whatever I did next had to be strategic. "Do you two always leave the house like this?" I asked, voice steady. Jake froze. Aisha's face turned pale. My heart was pounding, but I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I let them sit there, caught, exposed. For weeks prior, I had noticed the signs: unexplained work trips, late-night texts, sudden interest in expensive gifts, secretive smiles. But I had chalked it up to stress or imagination. Now, the truth sat before me, as real and horrifying as daylight. I left the room without a word and called my lawyer. I explained the situation calmly, detailing the betrayal and the potential for emotional and financial fallout. I also documented everything: photos of the scene, texts from both of them, receipts showing secret hotel bookings and dinner reservations. The next few days, I played a careful game. I didn't confront Aisha directly. I acted as if nothing had changed, keeping up appearances while quietly collecting more evidence. I recorded conversations, saved messages, and even tracked their movements discreetly. Then came the first strike of revenge. I confronted Jake at his workplace, politely but firmly, showing him the evidence of the affair, the proof that I had caught him in my home, and letting him know that legal consequences were inevitable. He was stunned, embarrassed, and visibly shaken. Next, I approached Aisha. Calmly, methodically, I laid out the evidence I had gathered: the photos, the messages, the receipts, and the recordings. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I simply presented the facts, letting her see the mountain of proof she couldn't deny. She tried to justify, to manipulate, to spin the story. None of it worked. The proof was undeniable. Every lie she had told, every excuse she had made was laid bare. The divorce filing came next. I filed quietly but decisively, including evidence of her infidelity and emotional abuse. I requested full custody of our children, division of property, and compensation for the emotional trauma she had caused. In court, the evidence spoke volumes. The photos, messages, and recordings painted a picture too clear to dispute. Aisha's arrogance, her belief that she could manipulate the truth, crumbled in the face of documented reality. By the time the final hearings concluded, I had achieved what I had set out to do: justice, accountability, and closure. The man she had considered a thrill, a secret, was exposed. My wife, who thought she could betray and manipulate me without consequence, faced the full repercussions of her actions. It wasn't about rage or theatrics. It was about strategy, patience, and letting truth work as a weapon. Their betrayal had been bold, but my response was calculated and deliberate. Months later, I had my life back. My children were safe, my home stable, and my dignity intact. Aisha and Jake had lost credibility, relationships, and the power they thought they held. And all because I walked into my own bedroom one evening, caught them red-handed, and refused to let betrayal go unanswered. Revenge doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's silent, meticulous, and absolute. But when it lands, it leaves a mark no lie can erase. And that night, when I filed for divorce, I finally felt that mark. The mark of justice served, betrayal exposed, and revenge complete.